Well, good evening. Welcome to the DBS Sports. I am Kenson Casimir. We begin tonight with football. Hugo Bonito and the Grosley Football League partnered with corporate sponsors such as Digicel to host their women's 7-on-7 competition last weekend. In the matches played at the Rotary Playing Field, Marshall women's team reminded St. Lucia that the development of football in the community does not only happen with the young men in the community. The Cassie Boom coach team came out victorious at the end of the day's activities. We spoke to the organizer of this tournament.
We have our first ever Sugar Bonito FC Women's Football Fiesta for 2018. This is our fourth tournament, but first female tournament. As some people would know, that we are all about developing socially and economically within the island, using football as the tool, as the driving tool to push that development. So in response to that, and it goes in line with our mission and vision for the business, we have decided to host this first ever event at the Rotary Playing Field today, and it's been going quite well,
The tournament took place on Saturday, June 30th, 2018. Now, for the fourth year running, the CJ Swim Club hosted a successful annual Karen Bobre Swim Meet. Swimmers in St. Lucia from all clubs, including the Shark Swim Club, Southern Flying Fish, Roman Roosevelt Swim Club, Sports Academy, Lightning Swim Club, and unattached swimmers competed in friendly rivalry in the waters at the Broadney Heights Aquatic Center. After 2 days of competition, CJ Swim Club swam past the competition to finish on top of the point standings. CJ's finished with a whopping 1,468 points, followed by Shark Swim Club with 976 points. Now, the draw for the second round of the very exciting Coca-Cola Island Cup was completed on Monday. So on Wednesday, July 4th, a local football powerhouse of Vieux-Fort South, they will take on the senior national team at 6 p.m. Now, if Vieux-Fort is somehow able to defeat our national team, there'll be no argument left for having a team featuring players outside of that community. Think about it. Well, in the other game, the three-time Black Hat champions of Mabia Valley, they will come up against the Sean Curtin coach Central Castries team. Both games will be played at the Marshall grounds. On Saturday, July 7th, Canaries, they await the winner of the Dennery versus Grosley game, which is currently underway, while the winner of the clash between the Labrie and Monipo, they will get a bye into the next round. Well, according to the Windies selectors, they expect to see a greater effort from the top 5 batters and see them return to the focus and discipline they know they are capable of in the upcoming series against Bangladesh. After some very competitive cricket against ICC 6th-ranked Sri Lanka that ended in a 1-all draw, the selection panel has also acknowledged and commended the strong performances of Captain Jason Holder, Shannon Gabriel, and man of the series Shane Dowrich. The series begins in Antigua on July 4th, that's tomorrow, and if the West Indies wins the series 1-0, they will move to 75 ranking points to Bangladesh's 69. If they win 2-0, then it's a 77 to 67 in favor of the home team. A drawn series sees Bangladesh lead 75 to 72. Jason Holder will once again lead the squad that sees Shimron Hetmeyer return to the lineup. The full squad reads Jason Holder as captain, Devendra Bishop, Craig Brathwaite, Roston Chase, Miguel Cummins, Shane Dowrich, Shannon Gabriel, Shimron Hetmeyer, Shea Hope, Kimo Paul, Kieran Powell, Kima Roach, and Devon Smith. Meanwhile, Jamaican all-rounder Fabian Allen smashed an astonishing half-century to haul West Indies B out of trouble and fire them to a sensational 3-wicket victory over Edmonton Royals in the Global T20 Canada League on Sunday. Languishing on 66 for 6 in the 10th over in pursuit of 156 for victory at Maple Leaf Northwest Ground, West Indies B, they were bailed out by the 23-year-old Allen, who unfurled a spectacular 75 not out of just 30 balls as they crossed the line with 2 overs to spare to record their second straight win. Wow. Well, we take a break, but when we get back, the ICC to implement stricter penalties for ball tampering. Welcome back. Now, players found guilty of ball tampering could face bans of 6 test matches or 12 one-day internationals under new rules approved by the ICC on Monday. As part of proposals put forward at the governing body's annual conference in Dublin, changing the condition of the ball has been upgraded to a level 3 offence. That would mean heftier punishments for those found guilty, something that had been expected following the incident in South Africa that saw Steve Smith, David Warner and Cameron Bancroft punished by Cricket Australia. Monday's decision will see the ICC take a stronger stance on future cases, something Chief Executive David Richardson welcomed. I'd like to thank the Cricket Committee and the Chief Executives for their commitment to improving player behavior in the game and supporting the introduction of new offences and great sanctions, he said in a statement. Well, Aaron Finch shattered his own 2020 international world record with a ferocious onslaught as Australia thrashed Zimbabwe by 100 runs in Harare. Now, the Zimbabwe bowlers were unable to contain the informed Finch, who bludgeoned an astonishing 172 from 76 balls as Australia posted 229 for 2 in their second tri-series match on Tuesday. Well, Captain Finch eclipsed his previous world best of 156 set against England 5 years ago with a brutal display of clean striking, clearing the ropes 10 times and hitting 16 fours before missing out on a veteran Chris Gayle's highest T20 score by only 3 runs. Well, Finch dominated the best ever T20 international stand for any wicket of 223 with Darcy Short, who made a pedestrian 42 ball 46 in comparison to his opening partner, while Zimbabwe, missing key men due to the pay dispute, could only muster 129 for 9 in reply as they suffered a second defeat of the series when Australia made it 2 wins out of 2 in emphatic fashion and drew tied the pick of the bowlers with 3 for 12. Finch had made back-to-back T20 half-centuries following 100 in the recent one-day international series against England and cut loose again, passing 50 again of only 22 balls, his fastest T50, when he dispatched Chris Mofu for none for 53 over mid-wicket for 6. Well, Roger Federer and Serena Williams both won their first round singles matches on a day temperatures soared at Wimbledon. Swiss top seed Federer, who is 37 in August, he began his bid for a record extended 9th men's title with a 6-1, 6-3 win over Serbia's Dusan Lajovic. Now, American Williams, 36, she battled blistering conditions to reach the second round with a 7-5, 6-3 victory over Dutch woman Arantxa Rus. Now, British wildcard Katie Swan reached the second round for the first time as she beat world number 36 Irana Camilla Bigu 6-2, 6-2. Belgium, they completed a remarkable revival as they came from the World Cup abyss to beat Japan to reach the quarterfinals. Roberto Martinez's side, they were trailing 2-0 when they brought on Marouane Fellaini and Chadli in the 65th minute. And Fellaini scored the equalizer before Chadli netted a 94th minute winner. They now face Brazil in the last 8 on Friday. Neymar scored 1 goal and played a key role in the second as Brazil edged out Mexico in Samara to reach the World Cup quarterfinals for 7 consecutive times. Sweden did down Switzerland 1-0 earlier to book their spot in the final 8. Well, finally, Nigeria captain John Obi Mikel said the insecurity in the country is scary after his father was kidnapped for the second time in 7 years. Michael Obi and his driver were abducted at gunpoint on the 26th of June in Enugu, but were released on Monday. Mikel told of his father's capture 4 hours before playing in Nigeria's 2-1 World Cup defeat by Argentina. For the second time, I've had to live with the fears of losing my father, and it's very scary, he told BBC Sport. He did not confide in any of his teammates or the Nigerian Football Federation before the match because he didn't want it to be a distraction. Well, Obi's rescue was preceded by a gun battle between Nigerian police and the kidnappers, who then fled. Well, Super Eagles captain Mikel reportedly paid a ransom of 10 million naira, about £21,000 for his release, and his unhurt father is now recuperating with his family. It is the second time Mikel's father has been kidnapped, with the first taking place in August 2011 while his son played for Chelsea. Sad. Well, that's sports. Let's take a look at the weather.